Hi people, my name is Janaína. I'm 34 years old. I'm from Brazil and I live in Norway. I've been making these videos to take things out of my chest, and I just want to clarify that those videos are rantings. It's not something that I planned a lot. It's just talking a little bit of my experience in different subjects. So when I watch my videos, I check and see sometimes even my opinions can be shifting from that day depending on my humor. So here in Norway is usually very dark and rainy here where I live, and this can affect your humor. So I see it can be some contradictions and stuff. I'm trying to be as true as possible as can be. So, but it can be some inaccuracy. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not very well educated. I'm just talking things about from my perspective. And this can be also influenced by my humor, like maybe being sexist here, even the time of the month, I don't know. I just do when I'm inspired. So some days ago I had this customer over, and she was talking about some problems she had at work and how this causes so much stress for her. And when she was telling me the account, I felt some reactions on my body that I get nervous and frustrated with what she was telling me, because I've been through that same thing. It seems like I've been through for everything, and some of my friends say, you know everything, you seem to know everything. No, sometimes we go through life and we don't pay attention what happens to us. We just do, solve, and go on. But then when she was telling me that, then I was remembering things that happened when I started to work. And that definitely is something that I think it should help people to not ignore the symptoms. Like I almost did every job I had. So what happened was, I was working in a hotel. And then this woman, my boss, that she reported to another boss in another state, we were like very close, and we started to get along. She liked me, and I talk about things of my life to her, and she was listening. Exactly like a narcissist would, getting information about you to use later against you. But I didn't know anything about that before, so I just lived my life. And I thought it was enough to just live my life and try to do the best I can, and then I would be happy forever. But that's not what it is. We have to be watching out of these people. So then I was very comfortable with her all the time and telling things of my life and working as hard as I could. That's how I learned how to be. Work hard and you get your salary, and that's what you go on with your life like that. So, but she met someone. I had this problem that I spoke good English, but nothing else, Portuguese and English, and I wasn't good on speaking Spanish. Still to this day, I understand a lot of Spanish, and it's very close to Portuguese, I would say, especially in Brazilian Portuguese, but I'm not good speaking. Still to this day, I should go and learn Spanish, but I'm not very good. So what this hotel had a lot of Spanish-speaking people. So there was a little bit problem, but nobody wanted to work for that little salary, and that has a little bit more qualifications. So she ended up having to hire me. But after a while, she found someone in a party a man that she was interested in that also spoke Spanish. So then she wanted to hire him in my place. So she started making up stories about me, that I was bad at work. So she could hire this person that she was interested in. So she started making up stories about me, and because she let her open the email from, I read and I read it, the email she sent talking so many things about me. When I read that, I couldn't believe it. She uses, like a narcissist would do, uses some truth and mixed with outraged lies. So that when we're confronted with it, okay, there's some truth, and you actually feel maybe she has something to it, maybe I'm the bad one. But I was so outraged, and I didn't know how to put this into words or make a complaint or anything. I just didn't have the action, but my body has the reaction. I started, after I read that email, I tried to do the best as I could in a job, but I couldn't look at her face anymore. I couldn't talk to her. I tried to pretend everything was okay, but there wasn't. Literally, when I was getting ready to go to work, I started to have diarrhea, pain in my stomach, headaches, dizziness, like physical symptoms of my emotional state towards her. So I started not to be open anymore with her and not nice anymore, and she started noticing it. And the narcissists really notice when things change, because they hide the feelings because they most have none, but they know how to hide and manipulate people. But you that are not narcissists, you have feelings, and you sometimes just feel that you must show it, it's a difficulty. Just with time and age, maybe you can work on that. But then I couldn't. Then I talked to my friend, that he was a doctor, and then I thought about it. That's amazing how I feel physically sick, and I cannot tell to my own doctor. I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel physically sick. That's what happened. They happened this, and she did that, and then I started having these things. And then he explained to me, you know what? This is a real disease. It's an international code for diseases, and you have a right to have a doctor leave. I don't know in English. It's called sick melding. Is your doctor can sign that you are actually sick, and it is a disease. But then he gave me, because he was a doctor, he gave me the paper and sign, and I could just had some time to I asked for leave the job, and then I didn't have to show up to work anymore. So a lot of people don't know, and that's not, you cannot make the employee or your boss take responsibility of the bullying that they make you, harassment. And this is just one example. I've been harassed many instances in different ways, and it's very hard to prove, objecting. It's very difficult to prove with facts and witnesses, because bad people or narcissists don't do usually this in front of witnesses. It's kind of difficult. Even either you have to record or have proof. I tried to gather, but I felt on that day that I should just leave and not deal with it. So that's what I did. I got the doctor paper signed, and I couldn't go to work because I was sick. And then I asked to leave. But not always you can do that. I was privileged enough that I could just go and look for another job, and that job wasn't good pay anyway, so I just privileged in this because I go get the job I want, and I'm trying to find another solutions, and right now I'm working for myself, and it's very good. But not everybody has this choice. So you have to go to the doctor, get your paper, and say you're sick, explain. You don't have to lie. That's one thing. You don't have to lie because it's a real thing. When you're harassed and bullied at work, they are responsible. The boss should provide a safe environment for you to work. It's not a favor. It's not that you're going crazy. They have to. When I read some advertisements, they say, we provide the best work environment. A really good work environment. What is that? This is supposed to be a safe, good work environment. That's not something that you should be bragging about, you know? People are making money because of you. You are the front line, and then they're maybe providing you with a good work environment. That doesn't make sense. So you look into information. If you've been going through some kind of harassment at work, go and look for information. In Norway, it's called Arbeidstilsynet. If I'm saying correctly, I'm not good at it. Just go in English and say Norge and you find everything. So in Norway it's like that. In Brazil, okay, people from Brazil, also you can get help. That's not only Norway. People from Brazil, this is an international disease code. You just have to talk to your doctor. If your doctor says that it is bullshit, you just go to another doctor. That's what... In Brazil, it's a lot easier to change your doctor, actually, but okay. So don't stay in this. I see on YouTube videos some people that go through this situation for years and years. I was already sick for a few weeks after being harassed in this job. You know, how can you survive? It's like a slowly death disease. You don't have to go through that. So look for information about harassment at work if you're going through some kind of situation like that. And this happens anywhere in the world, so it doesn't matter. You just have to get educated about it and take care of yourself and get your life better life, you know. If I could, it's just like my children. Well, I don't want them to go through the same things I've been going through in my life. That okay, you learn with your mistakes, but you don't have to be harassed to learn. You can learn from others. Be wise. So yeah, that's all for today. I will try to put some links in a comment section about the things, what I know about Brazil and Norway. And when I'm inspired, then I can talk more about different subjects. Beijinhos.